Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about right now is the fact that this is why we as a people are broke. I want you to think back to when you first bought your home. Regardless of how long ago it was it in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, okay? Or even just recently. For first-time home buyers, this is a big deal. Do you remember the stats of your home? A fixer-upper? Did it have a new roof? Was it all new appliances? Was it move-in ready? Or did you look at it and say, it's got potential? Well, now, first-time home buyers are having a go, man. They're having a go because it's becoming harder and harder and harder. Here is what literally is a $460,000 price tag will buy you on a 1,028 square foot home. Almost $500,000 on a house. The housing market is just right now, it is cooked. Okay, it is cooked. And a lot of people, they can't afford this. Okay, they can't afford it. Does it look like it's move-in ready? Maybe. But a lot of people would say, it looks a little dated. I get that. But for a lot of people who are like my age, we're Gen Xers. We've been in our homes for 20 plus years. We ain't going nowhere. But the ones that are buying houses or trying to buy houses right now, they're like our son's ages, our daughter's ages. They're in their 20s. They can't afford $460,000 mortgage. Not when they're making maybe $50,000 to $60,000 a year. Can you imagine the mortgage on that alone? Not including property taxes, homeowners insurance, plus utilities, plus food, plus car insurance, plus gas. There's no way. Now, going back to when you first bought your home, do you remember what your monthly expenses were? Like your electric bill, your water bill, your cable bill. Because remember, back when we first bought our homes, there was no internet. We didn't have cell phones, right? We had the landline, remember? The ones with the cord, and we were able to walk around the entire house. Right? It was so stretched out. That's when we could actually, boom, hang up on somebody. So, if you can remember all of that, plus your mortgage, your property taxes, your homeowner's insurance, doesn't even equate to what even just the mortgage payment on a $460,000 shack literally would be.
$830.27. Anybody want to guess what that is? You won't guess. So I'm just going to share it with you. That is my electric bill this month. Okay, full disclosure, that is less than last month. Our bill last month was $1,130.98. I'm sorry, it's insane. That is my mortgage payment plus more. Okay, I don't know how anybody is expected to pay that. So, I mean, our house is big. It's not huge. It's not a mansion. It's about 2,500 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. We had 5 children. Our bills with our children, all 5 living at home, were between $400 and $700 a month. So we have called the electric company. They've come out. We live beside a restaurant. We were adamant that we were paying the electric company's bill also. I mean, it's ridiculous. Who can afford even $400 a month for electricity, but they expect us to pay $830 or $1,130. So, yeah, I logged in this morning to see what our bill was when it was due, $830.27. Last month, my bill from my student loans came. I didn't forget about the loans. I just forgot that they were coming up due. I forgot that we had them on deferment for a year, so those are now due. Yeah, so now we're just going to TikTok and DoorDash and sell plasma and do what we need to do just to pay our bills. It's a little ridiculous. You can't survive in the world anymore.
So, in our experience, when we first built our house over 20 years ago, it was $72,000. Now, if you were to, look at what you paid when you first bought your house and look at what it's worth now, oh my goodness gracious me, all right? And look at what your utilities were back then, and now look at them, they've tripled. This is why younger Americans are paying $2,200 for a studio apartment, plus the cost of everything else, because they cannot afford to even buy a home that's 1,000 square foot because it's $460,000. The absurdity is there. It is real. It is true. Something has got to be done. Will this housing bubble burst? I don't know. But you can't tell me a logical, rational answer of why a house that was built 20 years ago for $70-something thousand is now worth almost $400,000. I don't care about inflation. There is no reason on God's green earth why that same house that's 20 years old is worth that kind of money. No reason at all. I don't care if it's move-in ready. I don't care if it's got brand new everything. It's the bones of the house. It's the structure of the house. It's the base of the house. That's what's important. That's what makes the house stand up. It's not the floors. It's not the paint. It's not even the drywall. It's not the appliances. It's everything else. Make it make sense. Because the next generation, this generation that's trying to hang on for dear life, and then their children, there's not going to be anything for any of them to live. They're not going to be able to afford anything. Something has got to happen. This bubble has got to burst. Somebody, please, take a pin and pop it. All right, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less and God bless. Ciao.